Salazar Slytherin, famously known for being one of the founders of Hogwarts, he was born in most likely England, Scotland, or Ireland. The exact place isn't known. During his childhood, he forged his hatred for non-purebloods. Salazar was a parseltongue and capable of communicating with snakes. He shared this with Herpo the Foul, the creator of the first basilisk. Salazar created his own wand out of snakewood and had a basilisk horn as his wand core. Salazar taught his wand to sleep when instructed, when commanded in parseltongue. Salazar's wand became a family heirloom, and the secret sleep technique was passed down with his family. Eventually, Salazar's wand was transformed into a snakewood tree in the New World. The wand was stolen by Isolde Sayre from her aunt Gormalaith Gaunt in 1620. She fled to the New World on the Mayflower. Isolde used the wand during the time of Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The wand was deactivated by Gormalaith Gaunt when she tracked down Isolde, and after Gormalaith's death, the wand was permanently wilted. It was buried in the grounds of Ilvermorny, where it grew into a snakewood tree. It is said that the leaves contained powerful medicinal properties. Salazar was a powerful legilimens and was known to project visions into people's minds. Salazar mastered the ability of breeding basilisks, and he eventually found the School of Hogwarts of Witchcraft and Wizardry. After many altercations with co-founders Godric Gryffindor, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Helga Hufflepuff, he gave his co-founders an ultimatum if they continued to accept Muggle-born witches and wizards into Hogwarts, and ultimately he had the vision to only allow Hogwarts to accept the finest purebloods, or he would leave. Godric, Rowena, and Helga rebuked Salazar for this and wouldn't come to terms with the wizard. Slytherin abandoned Hogwarts, and however, he left behind the Chamber of Secrets with a statue of himself in the chamber. Quote, "Then, as Harry drew level with the last pair of pillars, a statue, high as the chamber itself, loomed into view, standing against the back. It was an ancient monkeyish with a long thin beard that fell almost to the bottom of the wizard's sweeping stone robes, where two enormous gray feet stood on the smooth chamber floor." Salazar was responsible for placing the basilisk in the chamber himself, and it was one that rivaled the original creators of basilisks, Herpo the Foul, that he created. Salazar hoped that one of his heirs would finish what he started and rid the wizarding world of Muggle-born wizards. Eventually, Tom Riddle, Salazar's heir, accessed the chamber and attempted to complete what Salazar started, only to be stopped by Harry Potter himself. Salazar was skilled in the dark arts and was capable of using the Killing Curse and Imperious Curse, even though during Salazar's lifetime, these were not yet deemed unforgivable. Quote, "The Cruciatus, Imperious, and Killing Curses were first classified as unforgivable in 1717, with the strictest penalties attached to their use." Quote Dumbledore's note from the Tales of Beedle and the Bard. Salazar's chamber, however, wasn't the only possession he left behind. He owned a locket with the letter S on it, and it became an heirloom of the Gaunts. Mara P. Gaunt sold the locket to Caractacus Burke. It was bought by Hephzibah Smith and was eventually stolen by Tom Riddle. The locket was eventually turned into a Horcrux by Riddle, and he concealed it in the seaside cave. This locket was later removed by Regulus Black with the aid of Creature. Later, this locket was stolen from 12 Grimwald Place by Mundungus Fletcher and eventually found its way to Dolores Umbridge. Umbridge wore the locket and claimed that the letter S stood for Selwyn, which was incorrect. She either didn't know or was trying to conceal the locket's true origin. The locket was recovered by Harry Potter and was destroyed by Ron Weasley with the Sword of Gryffindor in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Salazar was also skilled in charms. With other founders, he bewitched one of Godric Gryffindor's old hats to make it talk and sort students into houses. The hat became known as the Sorting Hat. It is thought Salazar died soon after leaving Hogwarts and creating the Chamber of Secrets. He is still regarded as one of the greatest wizards of his age, and is noted for his determination. Not much else is known about the history of Salazar Slytherin. A theory on this is because of his abandonment of Hogwarts. What do you think? If you would like to know more about the Harry Potter and Wizarding World lore, subscribe to Chase and Josh Factor Fantasy Podcast. The link is in the bio, or you can subscribe to Ridiculous Patronus on YouTube. Thank you, everyone. Have a magical week.